Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. And it's been a while. Took a little pandemic break. Holy cow, what a mess all that was. What is the new normal? Who knows? Anyways, I did get out a little bit here and there. So this is some older video. I'm doing the voiceover on February 13th of 2021, but this footage was taken back in 2020. But I'm looking at Canada here, and this would be the landing platforms for the big tower, I take it. And there's a big freighter here. A couple fishermen in the foreground, but a freighter was getting unloaded. And we got the construction cranes. So this is the site where the Gordie Howe International Bridge is going to take. Just the other side of that boat. I'm at the Delray State Park here, or boat launch site. And this time it was open. But since they have blocked it off and whatnot, it would have been a great place to actually watch the bridge as it was getting built. But no, it's all barricaded up now. No can do. So the next best bet might be Fort Wayne and go in there, take a visit, and walk down by the river and take a peek. Or Bellinger Park in River Rouge. It's not a bad location, but it's still might be up to a mile away. Now, the bridge on the U.S. side here is going to be in between two concrete companies. So, the other side of that guy there. You know, the fall colors were nice. It's the good time of year to kind of just walk around and check things out. So, little flower action, or they might be considered weeds. But, okay, on the U.S. side, this would be I'm taking it, the big towers for the bridge, the landing point. And then industrial art, there's quite the contraption over there. But a nice grassy field. I think I saw a sign. I think it's Detroit Edison that owns the property here. I'm not sure what those towers in the background are. But yeah, a nice field. My evil twin is checking this out. They're looking across. You see Canada, and they got a bunch of piles of stuff. Now, I don't know if this is materials they're going to use for the bridge and whatnot. Integrity is the name of the ship here. I was hoping to see it get unloaded, but yeah, I think that's all said and done with. We get what are those things? Sassafras, or what is the bright red? It's kind of nice, those bushes. But yeah, this is, we got a big conveyor belt. They probably could do like a Hollywood thriller movie on this. You know, I remember Batman going up like a ramp like that, and at the top would be a saw that would chop them in half. And so, yeah, you could make a thriller for sure. The leaves and the colors. I like those bright reds. Yeah, I do not know what that's in the background there. Then these were like 6 feet tall, some of these, or whatever. You could kind of like walk through this. Very vibrant red. But yeah, this is riverfront property. You would think certainly ideal for some kind of development. You would almost think no riverfront property should go untouched or whatnot. If nothing else, make it into a park, a recreational area. Now, I mean, right next door there's the fishing area and the boat launch. This area, some of the people did fishing over around on this side too. But there's a security fence here. Then we have the electrical wires. There's some pretty decent sized towers here, but those wires go across to Canada, so I don't know if they. There's a plane buzzing. Looks like a little fly. I lost it there. Couldn't see it in my viewfinder. There it is. But look at the tufts of grass here. It was very, very thick grass. Well, I'm sure this property will get developed a little further. Detroit Edison or whatnot will probably get together and do something with the city. It's too prime time. I'm not sure if this is that milkweed plant. Monarch butterflies, I think, like those. They like milkweed, but I'm not sure if that was it. I have to freshen up. Here are the towers. That's the Windsor Tower. But yeah, maybe as an emergency thing, they could share power back and forth, or they have some kind of agreement or arrangement. But that's industrial art, those big towers. Yeah, this, I haven't, I mean, it's funny. I let the show go for almost a year, Motor Capital, but off and on I took some video here and there. This is a see-through leaf. But yeah, you're gonna have to work. There was the hole in the fence, but then, yeah, this boat was ready for launch. It's empty and it's pushing off the shore. And the way it goes, it's gonna get pushed by a tug. Pushing pretty good. It's pushing upstream, and there's quite a current here in the Detroit River. So, I'm not sure when it'll get under its own power. I can't imagine the tug, unless the tug is just going to push it out and turn it around. I do not know. Looking at the captain area, the deck, or what would they call that? There's a name for everything. But yeah, the bridge is going to launch here. The birds are all flying around, probably looking for some goodies that are stirred up. Probably gets the fish activated, this thing. Yeah, I'm going to have several segments to this show. Bounce around quite a bit, but got to get back on track here. It's been a while since I've done a show, so bear with me. Yeah, this pandemic thing certainly hit everybody pretty hard, quite challenging. Yeah, look how the tugboat here just... Did they open up the gate in the back? How did they do that? I'm trying to figure that one out. Yeah, it's set up to be pushed. Yeah, I don't know if that tug's going to push it all the way down. Or if that's the way the boat's designed. What the hell's going on there? But it was a nice day. We get some industrial clouds. Pollution, maybe. But it seems like they're slowly starting to clean up a little bit, the downriver area. So maybe limiting where we go from here. Try to make things a little better. But it'll be nice, certainly. This is a huge construction project, this bridge. And, yeah, I don't know what the arrangement is. It's like that tug fits in there real snugly. I don't know. Somebody's going to have to explain to me. I'll listen. So here's a look at the cell phone. The MapQuest or Google Maps, whatever it is, that is just so awesome. Didn't have that as a kid growing up. I like the old school maps. Don't get me wrong, I'll always use those. It gives you a good perspective. That's looking into Fort Wayne, which is adjoining this park. But with the cell phone, boy, you got that instantaneous map, tells you exactly where you are. It's perfect. Okay, right across the way is all the construction work for the main landing, bridging North America here. So they got the plaza and all that. They got the ramps, the big hill. They got the heavy artillery out here. You know, the earth movers, land movers. Yeah, it's a huge project. And, you know, I grew up as a kid with Tonka trucks and backyard equipment and stuff for the sandbox. I know all about that. So on a much smaller scale, I know about moving a thing of sand from one spot to the next. I think of that weightlifting commercial where they're talking about guys lifting weights, the big gyms and whatnot, and the guy says, I pick things up and I put them down. He's talking about lifting the weights, and that's certainly what he does. But I used to work as a high-low operator, and I used to tease my coworkers when that commercial was out. I pick things up and I put them down. But with these earth movers, that's what they're adjusting and moving things around and stuff, and it brings back memories that I had in the sandbox, moving dirt around. And but of course, they're producing this phenomenal bridge, which will be a big boon for the whole economy. They're keeping this apartment building. This is classic. And there's a lot of classic apartment buildings, but yeah, I love the brickwork. A lot of the brickwork on the older Detroit buildings, I mean, that would cost extra these days, quite a bit extra. If you want detail like that, forget about it. You wouldn't want to pay what it would cost. Nowadays, you go for the profit, the cost benefit. Don't put the cost in there unless you can verify you'll get more for the rent or whatnot. But yeah, I love that building. But here, I-75 is going to be the tie-in to the bridge, so there's going to be a lot of entrance ramps, exit ramps. But yeah, this is going to be a huge project. This is just the start for me. It's like a 5-year project. There's the flamethrower thing in the background, if you're familiar with Jay Giles. Here's the side of the same apartment building. I'm not sure how many rooms, but it is quite large. DET.com, and it's all about the urban environment. Certainly a focus on that. And urban planning, which is key. If done wisely and smartly and people get involved, it can make a huge difference to the community and our economic well-being. Kid you not. Just don't say that flippantly. And I don't think we spend enough time with urban planning. It affects us all. It affects the community we live in. Issues like crime and poverty, vacant buildings, the way things tie in with our schools and our jobs. gas prices. I guess they were a little low. They've gone up since then a little bit, 230 or something a gallon. But there's looking at the Ambassador Bridge, and they were going to put up possibly another span, and it's almost like the bridge to nowhere, but it's kind of truncated, and there it is. But they're doing a lot of work on the existing bridge because they were having issues with falling concrete and what, it was crumbling and the like, so it's good that they're doing renovations there. This Noodle King, I've never patronized the place, but I've probably driven up and back dozens of times, and I'm going to have to stop in there and see what they're all about. But I do like the way the place looks on the outside. They're on 4th Street, Greyhound lines. Then, wow, this is the corner. Remember this place? Wowie Kazowie. The corner ballpark, if you can kind of read backwards. Yeah, I'm out in right field. It's game on. Yeah, some nice apartments here. I mean, this was urban planning, and this was well designed and well thought out. You know, everybody had different ideas of how they thought it should all work out. I certainly did. They kept the center field flagpole, which is really cool. Yeah, and they kept the playing surface there. How great is that? If you were, little leaguer, high school, college, whatever, it really doesn't make a difference what age. If you like playing baseball, the thought of playing on the field with all that history, oh, you're all over it. You'd be excited. So that's fun. Now, here, urban planning, look at this. The Checkers Cab Company, that's all apartments now. And then we're going to take a look here. They got good food here. This was just before the election. And this is right here on the corner. Your voice is vital. Yeah, that's good. A lot of people voted this time around, and we should do more of that voting. Make it a national holiday if we can. Now, there's a bar in the middle here. They decided to stick it out. Utopia. Here they're talking about rent starting at $1,200. So it gives you an idea. Oh, this is put on Village Green. So there's a phone number. You can get here via scooter if you like. Cheap McShane's. Yeah, you feel for all these bars and restaurants that have had a tough go of it. This area hops around St. Patrick's Day too, but I think they've already decided to cancel that one due to all the concerns. Maybe, hopefully by the fall. That's kind of the time frame it seems like they're kind of giving us when people get vaccinated. Huh. Wow. So here's looking downtown. The Renaissance Center, the Penobscot building from this angle even looks taller. Thank you to the essential workers. The old school street lamps look really good. Coming soon, Chase will have a bank on the corner. Yeah, that was well done. You want livable places for people, and the Elton Park is the one here in Corktown. Corktown is huge. It's just exploding. The secret's been out for several years, and property values and the like have just gone through the roof. And that's good design even there, too. I like that. Oh, UFO Factory. I'm saying Utopia. UFO Factory. Yeah, these guys stuck it out. And the place that had the Elton Park or whatever, they actually had an issue where they compromised the back wall of the bar. They damaged it, and they were hoping the UFO factory would just fold and say, no, we're out of here. And they said, no, we want to stay. And so they made a horseshoe around the bar, and the bar still's there. And it's a really hip, cool bar. If you're a youngster, you really get a kick. I've only been there a couple times, but they have the old school movies of UFOs and space aliens and all that kind of stuff. Plus, they have the bands that the youngsters like, the newest and hippest of sounds. But yeah, we got to get these bars open again. It's so much fun to check out live entertainment in a small venue. So here's the floor plans. This is always interesting too. Get an idea of what it looks like. But urban living is popular with the younger crowd. I'm 60 now, so my generation wasn't that inclined to move to Detroit. Everybody was running for their lives back then, it seemed. I never lived in Detroit, but I mean, people that were there, everybody was exiting, and younger people weren't going into the city. There wasn't really any desire to. Well, that's flipped the script, or the script has been flipped. Now all the young people want to be where the excitement is, where the sports teams are, where the concerts are, the bars and restaurants, and other people of like minds. There's a lot of creative types in Detroit. They should do something certainly with this building, the CPA building. I've been up on the roof of this one when St. Patrick's Day Parade would be on. You get actually a great view. It's a nice vantage point. But it's a beautiful building, and it just should not be sitting vacant. But it probably won't be for long, because Ford Motor, by redoing the train station there, this whole area is hotter than hot. And they're working a lot with the people in Mexican Town. Well, the two neighborhoods, Mexican Town and Corktown, and Ford Motor sitting down and figuring this all out, which is great. Everybody has to be involved. When everybody has insight into it, you feel you're getting a better deal or a better program. Or urban planning works best when everybody has input. Here, the giant tire, and then the Rouge plant. It's a little dark, so it's kind of hard to see. I'm heading north on Schaefer Avenue. So here, changing the subjects again. They have good fruit there and vegetables. But the lights are on. This is Friday Night Football, and wanted to check this out. The M. Eunice building is what... Oh. I'm not sure. I like this card. That's what I'm showing there. I'm just showing some of the businesses en route. This, I think, was that was a Burger King, but now it then became a chicken place, and now it's boarded up. So yeah, I'm going to the playing field in the back there, where the lights are, where the bright lights. And here was a neon sign, and the camera and me both had trouble getting that focus. So this is where editing, which I don't know how to do editing. So that's where that would have helped. Could have cut that all out of there. But yeah, I'm getting close here. We had a quick look at the scoreboard. There's a few fans in the stands. And this was Fordson was playing a traditional rival, the Dearborn Pioneers. The Tractors versus the Pioneers. So they're out there on the field. I don't know, there was different protocol all this year. Everything was turned on its head, certainly, with the pandemic thing. And so I didn't get inside on the field. And I'm not sure how that all worked. There's the logo, which is nice. I don't know how many tractors there are. Maybe out in the Midwest, where there's a lot of farmers, there might be high school teams that are called the Tractors. But this was for the the Fortson tractors back in the day. It was a thing. In fact, they do have I'm not sure if I'll show it, but they have a tractor out in the end zone or on the side of the. We're under the lights. I had a show Friday Night Football, but it was pretty much not. It didn't really exist this year. Here, the white picket fence. I like the look. Yeah, this gridiron is smack dab in the middle of a residential neighborhood on 3 sides. A lot of times, like with urban planning, one of the big things you're going to run into is people are fine with whatever you want to do, but it's just, not in my neighborhood or not in my backyard. The NIMBYs is the acronym. So, I mean, sometimes with football, some people don't even want to deal with having football games in their neighborhood. But, getting sidetracked. But urban planning is a lot of things. Everybody makes a little sacrifice here and there. Some people live near the train tracks. Some people live near the river or near a hospital or a school or the police station, what have you. You can't have a moat around every house kind of a thing. So it's where urban planning is. There's a place for everything. Hey, here's the Fortson tractor. Kind of looks like a monster there. There's the press spot.
42-yard field goal attempt, no good. Dearborn will take possession. Ball spotted at the Pioneer 20-yard line on the touchback. First down, Dearborn. Pass complete to Ali Hazimi. Pass incomplete. Final score, Fortson 18, Dearborn 0.
After the game, they even have fireworks. Yeah, the home team wins. The Tractors won this battle here.
The winner of the Fortson Dearborn regular season game receives the Bob Cipriano Cup. This trophy is named tonight. The trophy.
at 6270.
Okay, now we're even another segment, so I'm breaking the show up kind of good.
Have to make a smooth transition. The best man won, and this is our system. That will never happen, right? That will not happen.
December 3rd, but then you have until December 8th. If there's a controversy on it by December 8th, they could make it go differently from the popular vote. So we have to pay attention to our state legislators.
You don't think it's those wipes?
Probably both. I don't know.
Paper towels and antiseptic wipes or what have you. Well, I knew this kind of thing. For some reason, they didn't do it from the clean out to the house. I don't know if there were some issues, so I'm told there's like drain tiles. Well, you know, at every intersection, those trees are always looking for water. There's a big tree in the backyard looking for water. And so you can never get rid of the tree roots once they get in there. You can cut them out, but they're going to grow back. So nobody makes a long guarantee.
Those are like baby wipes, you think?
I don't know. I'm not going to taste it, so.
I think the typical is 1 year. But anyways, cleaned it out, but it was, took a break here to protect the innocent. Whatever, I put the location where I was. I'll save that. The tenant was giving me a hard time. I said, no, that's not an issue with tree roots. I said, just because you're putting paper towels down the toilet. And you know how paper towels are, brawny and quicker picker-upper, and the way they advertise for those things. They all brag about how strong they are and they won't fall apart in your hands. See, this thing is still clogged. There's still not water
That's it.
going through there. That's the snake being dragged out. But look at all the paper towels wrapped around the snake, and you don't see any tree roots or anything. Like I say, it looks like a bird's nest. I've seen it before. If it's bad, and plumbers know it. They've been through it enough. It's not their first rodeo. They know exactly what they're going through. So Plumber Dave's running this up and back and up and back, and it keeps cleaning all these paper towels off it. And the tenant wants to say, no, it's tree roots. No. No, it's not. It's paper towels. What are you throwing these things down the toilet for? It's aggravating. And especially when I'm paying for it. I stood up to this thing. She even called a couple months after this. I said, listen, no. There's the sludge or poop or whatever. It's starting to clear down this. There's like a clean out halfway in the back of the yard. So a nice PVC pipe. This would have been great if they had run this all the way to the back. The tree is to the right. But yeah. Now, but yeah, inside the house I'm flushing the toilet every now and then. The kitchen sink's running, the bathroom sink was on, the toilet, the bathtub was on. You can still see paper towel around this thing. He was even throwing antiseptic wipes, the ones that you pull out through the center of the thing. It's in a tub, Snap-on, and it's antibacterial. You can wipe down all surfaces and it keeps things clean. But it says right on there, do not throw down the toilet. But the trip time before, she came out of the house, hey, look. This is what I was put down there. It's like, what are you doing? No, you can't do that. And it says right on the container, do not flush down the toilet. And, yeah, but the plumbers want a good stream of water to keep flushing. So, but here, I couldn't believe this when I saw this. I said, that's what the problem is. I mean, outside, you could see all the paper towels. So, yeah, there you go. Little detective action here like I was Columbo or something. I figured it out. But, yeah, who does this? I had one of these Phillips screwdrivers in my car. Great. That was an easy fix. Take that sucker off. But who does that? Oh, my gosh. Yeah. You don't do that. These Brawny and Quicker Picker-Upper and whatnot, they're meant not to disintegrate. They're supposed to not fall apart in the hand, and that's what they do. They go in the drain, and they don't crumble and fall apart like toilet paper does. But she insisted. Now we've seen a little bit better water quality. The water's a little clearer, so he might have gotten it, at least for now. But with those, if there's so a little warning here, but it was trying to, no more paper towels down the toilet. Because it's like money down the drain, right? That's that old adage or old expression always says, yeah, I'm not going to keep going through this, yeah. But I mean, just look at paper towel, paper towel. Just
put,
and
put it. Oh, we got a good pile there.
yeah, it was out there probably, I don't know, 4 to 6 months prior. It's still backed up. So it's got to run it. Dave's got to run it through here again. And yeah, this is overkill. I got an hour show, so but this might be a tutorial. You know how there's a lot of YouTube videos, which is great. If you want to learn about anything, there's people that say how to do this or how to do that, and home tips and all that. So this is some sewer action. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it, and I tell you what, these guys do all right for themselves. I mean, if they're running a good business or whatnot, they're a well-needed handyman, contractor type thing. When you need a plumber, you need a plumber. And, you got a good plumber, well, stick with it. Okay, well, I can shut the water off. But, yeah, I'm not messing around. He wants me to pay for this all the time. It's like, hey, it's not my deal. You got to learn. No more paper towels. I mean, yeah, just reinforcing this. But yeah, I'm not. She's not going to see this. I told her, hey, I'm going to put it up on YouTube, but I'm just going to air it, I think, in Dearborn. But, no names were involved or addresses, so it's just an informative thing for you. Just a situation I went through. Anyways, here the Lions were all tied up. They scored a late touchdown. Matthew Stafford had himself a good game. There was a couple penalties, and the extra point, which was the winner there, that gave us one, was like a 45-yard field goal, actually. I don't know. It was super long because they had a couple of penalties. But they did win the game. And then they lost a whole bunch of them after that. They ended up where next year they'll be the 5th pick in the draft. So good on them. I'm happy with that trade that they made where they got Jared Goff for Stafford. I couldn't believe they made out like a bandit on that. And then 2 first-round picks and a 7th-round pick. Are you kidding me? I would have made that trade even up. I think that my brother-in-law said that's like a squirrel's nest. I'm not sure, and people in the country or hunters probably know how that all works. I never much paid attention to it. I always wondered what that is. And then somebody said, do the squirrels nest up there at night? I'd be afraid of falling out of there. But I got to check into my electric meter. I don't think that covers on real good. And here I love the logo of the city of Dearborn Heights. It's the 60s family there, the husband, the wife with quite the figure, and then young girl and a boy to complete that out. I don't know if I saw a pet there with them, but a dog would have been nice too. But Dearborn Heights is a nice community to live in. So, and this is my hood here, but nice sunset, nice colors. It's easy, really, to take pictures and the like in the fall. I need to get that windshield fixed, too. That's on my bucket list of things to do. Then there's kind of like Dearborn has like 2 downtowns, but the Westbourne area here, you get a nice view. There's Sacred Heart Church. You get a nice view from the parking deck. Signature building here. Village Plaza, if you can see there up on the top. Yeah, good few wispy clouds, nice little action going on there. Always have time for this. I tell myself sometimes just to chill. You don't have to be running around and doing this, that. Oh, there are a couple of lovebirds up here. I think they were hiding out and doing their little smooching thing, but I'm sorry I chased them away. But nice, or if I did, maybe not. They had things to do, but yeah, it's a nice view up here, and you have to have time to watch a sunset, right? Have to make time for that. I like those calm advertisements where it's like 15 seconds and they just tell you to breathe in and then slowly exhale and stuff. So proper breathing techniques and stuff will help calm you down, keep you stress-free, or take some of the stress away and the like. I can look at planes all day, too. In fact, in my neighborhood, the planes will make their approach to Metro. I can watch that, but, geez, with the pandemic, it's not the steady stream like it used to be. That certainly hasn't, it might be a little while before that picks up. Here, look at this. Nice condos or apartment units. I'm not exactly sure how they classify them, but they're right next to the railroad tracks. Not in my backyard. But no, you deal with trains every now and then, and after a while, you don't even think about it. Same with me with the planes flying in the metro. I hear them sometimes in the summer. You do too, but you deal with it and you get used to it. Everything has its place. All right, 48 minutes in, so yeah, let's see. This was after the election. Yeah. No, so political thing. Wow, there was a lot of what a mess that was. But you know what? We pretty much know all this. I'm gonna fast forward. And okay, this was another Friday night football. And this, I believe, was I don't know, the season started and stopped or started late and stopped and started again and blah, blah, blah. It was just, I think we were in the playoff mode here. And the Riverview Pirates, the home of the Pirates, and I think they were playing the River Rouge Panthers, but you had to buy a ticket beforehand. They wouldn't let you buy a ticket at the gate. So the best I'm going to do is show you some advertising from outside the fenced area here. No smoking. Don't even try. But we can see the scoreboard. I'm pretty sure it was River Rouge, but yeah, they're up 30-14. It's the third quarter. Some more advertising. Yeah, real estate is pretty hot around the country, but in the Detroit area, it's really going well. Okay, some more advertising. Okay, the Pirates got the ball. They got the maroon and the yellow pants. And they're getting close to the goal line. Arr. Yeah, that's the press box for the home team. Yeah, I could just do it from afar. There's the Riverview police cruiser. Here was another fan that was shut out, but he popped open the hatch and was watching the game with his dog.
Pirates call timeout.
Under the lights. Hopefully in the fall I'll be back in doing the Friday night football. The Pirates Cove. I love the name. It's a self-storage unit, and that's a pirate to be sure. Yeah. The third self-storage unit. Or it's just the pirate number 3. I don't know. Yeah, Riverview's kind of a neat little downriver community. I'll have to get out a little more. It's been difficult this last year just to get out and do anything. Like anything fun seems like it's closed, you know, or they're not doing it till further notice. Very, very depressing, and I'm sure that sentiment is shared by a lot of people. It's what to do. You know, all the fun stuff is. It's great, I guess, for saving money because you can't spend it on nothing unless you do a lot of like online shopping. Or one thing I'm concerned with though is the prevalence here with online betting, and if people are gonna just bet with their phones and just lose a lot of money that way. Just have to remember to hit the key, and then the car will light up, so that'll let me know where I parked. Well, I didn't forget, but that is a nice little gizmo. Cross the train tracks.
Double date tonight. Garth and Trisha, Robin Holland, just hanging out, and it's normal Friday night stuff, you know?
Completely normal.
And we thought this was pretty crazy, Garth. A lot of people think that you probably things. I think
We're like TCF. We check it.
Looks like a low-lying or a moon. Oh, just, yeah, maybe 3/4 of a moon or 2/3 of a moon peeking through the clouds. It's a low rider right now. Yeah, I'm in, Southfield Jefferson in the city of Ecorse. There's a live bait and tackle place. Yeah, it was River Rouge. So River Rouge advances. They beat Riverview. That was, I don't know if it showed the final there, but the MHSAA.com is the great site for all the high school sports. Okay, well, here was breaking news. Yeah, it took them a while, but yeah, they figured this all out. But I'm just going to fast forward. Yeah, I think Saturday, November 7th. Saturday or Sunday it took them before they decided. Oh, this is cool. Back in the day, after Obama was in town, did a speech, I went up to the lectern, and they had napkins there for the water glass. And it's just like, hey, this is pretty cool. So I got 3 of those presidential napkins. Talk about a cheap knick-knack. I might have to put it up on eBay, see if people like that. Now let me fast forward through this, because we all know what went down. If there was a trouble with the election, I would have hoped by now they would have had some evidence, but I haven't seen any evidence of fraud in the election. Have you? There's been a lot of talk, but they have to produce evidence and say, yeah. But, yeah, it just seems like a sore loser to me. But we need to move beyond this point now and tackle and get rid of this pandemic. Yeah, there was, I'm hearing Canton kind of, or Wayne area. And it was just, there's a landfill out here, so they're way up top putting stuff in the dump. There's quite a few landfills in the western Wayne County, like Canton. Okay, Van Buren, let's officially call that like it's a township here. But look at the homes from the 180s. Well, I went a mile or so away. I'll have to look at a map again. But look at some of the, new home construction. Now they say lumber prices are going through the roof and commodities and the like. So it's, home prices are just going to escalate and go up from here. All right, I got to keep an eye on this. We're about 57 minutes in. I got to stop it at about 59:50. Here at Ford Motor on Michigan Avenue, the Michigan Assembly Plant, sometimes abbreviated MAP. But they made the Ford Focus here, and well, even before that, they had other trucks, but Ford Focus, they did away with that a couple of years ago and then started up with the Ranger. It's a year and a half, 2 years now with the Ford Ranger, and they just added the Bronco. The Rangers can get a little pricey if you start loading it up. This is a Super Cab Lariat. I think this might be the top of the line. This one's going to Austin, Minnesota. And final assembly plant there, Michigan. It's going to get transported by a convoy. Okay. Well, there I think they said it's official. Yeah, God, what a mess this all was. We gotta unite the country. Oh, talk about heavy artillery. This is just the neighbors across the street loading up the earth-moving equipment. They put up a fence, and I guess, I don't know, they needed this to dig the holes. Maybe they put a deck out back. I have no idea, but yeah. They're getting this back up on the ramp. Hopefully it doesn't tilt, because there's a vehicle there too. But yep, steady as she goes. But yeah, this is some pretty intense stuff for Lehigh Street. So, well, I'm gonna rotate it. And yeah, it's like they've done this before. Some young pups, and look at the jaws on that thing. Good chopper action there. All right, folks, we'll call it a show here. Thanks for watching. It's been a while. A little rusty, but if you were able to bear with it and hang in there, good on you. All right, good night.